and welcome to the Sunniva Group tutorial on how to use Podio to fulfill your telesales enquiries. So you'll start off on the homepage, and your homepage will always look a little bit different because you can put your own sort of shortcuts in there. So what you'll do is every day you'll go into leads, and anything that says new lead is where you will be ringing. Okay, so you'll go in and you'll assign yourself this lead. And then what you'll do is you'll work through everything that has a T next to it, which is T for telesales. So you would go into the client and you would make the call. So if we just sort of role play this one through, you'd say, okay, hi Delroy, it's Jodie calling from Sunniva Group. I understand you've made an inquiry recently for some finance. If you've just got 5 minutes, I just need to take a few details from you, do a little fact find so that I know where best to direct you. Is that okay? So then the client will say, yes, that's fine, that's not a problem. You'll say, okay, so let me just go through what it is that I need to go through for you. So you mention it's call answered there. So just to confirm, you've asked for a refurbishment loan. You want to buy a property and flip it. Is that correct? Yes? Okay, perfect. I just need to confirm your age, country of residence, and what is it that your annual income is. So you just type that into there as well. And then you would go through these. These are just some important questions that we need to ask at the offset. It doesn't mean your application is going to be a no. It just helps us direct you to the right place. So, have you or any firm in which you are a major owner or guarantor ever declared bankruptcy or had a judgment against you? And you just work your way through all of these questions. Under what entity will this be purchased? Are you purchasing this in your sole name or as a limited company? So again, try not to get into too many details. If they say, oh, I don't know, just say, okay, well, I'll select both. And then we can look at it either way. If they've got any debts generally or bad credit, we would say to go through the limited company option anyway. And then, are you a first-time buyer, investor or developer? Yes or no? If they answer no, then ask them, okay, so can I just get a little bit more information about your experience in the field of property? And then you just type in there, has done 4 projects before, has a CV for that. Has the client tried to source funding previously for this project? Again, it's no bearing on our decision, it's just for our information, as you can see there. The full address of the property to be secured against. If the client doesn't have a property yet, just leave that blank. And the market value of the property. So typically, what is the value of the property that you're going to be looking at? If they've got a specific property, then you put the property market value in there. If they don't have one yet, just get a vague idea as to what sort of price they're looking at to buy. And then the loan amount. So how much against that value do they want to borrow? If the answer is 100%, put that in there. The number of years required for the mortgage, maximum 30 years or up to 65. We can go past that, but again, it's rare and you just need to then make a note of it. So if it needs to be further than that, you just need to remember that it needs to be a sort of special measures, and you would just put in there, client is already 65, but wants a 20-year mortgage, and just pop that in the comments. So how soon are you looking to make an application for finance? ASAP, within the next 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 months, or within the next year. That helps us organise how quickly the inquiries are met. Please don't abuse this system. Just because you click ASAP doesn't mean that I'm going to then put your inquiry through next. We simply don't make inquiries for people who are not ready to make a purchase in there. So next, these areas are for myself. So we will then fill this in. So you don't need to fill that in. So once you've gotten to the bottom of here, you also can have a look at the notes and see what the client has said on application. So there's nothing more that you need to fill in at that point. So once you've done that, that then becomes ready to go into our system. So at that point, you would then tag myself and say, ready to quote. And then you'd press enter, and that would then send the notification to myself to quote that for you. So that's pretty much all I need you to do on Podio. And then you can track the majority of your leads in here as well. But that is how to use the telesales system on Podio.